All right, this is Ubaid on behalf of V Electronics, and in this video, we're going to be looking at marketing strategies. Okay, now in order for you to deliver a marketing strategy, or in order for you to get involved in marketing, there are certain steps that you must take. Okay, as a business, as an individual, so on and so forth. Okay, step number one has to do with understanding marketplace and customers. Okay, so this is step one, which is understanding marketplace and customers. All right, now when it comes to understanding marketplace and customers, you're basically answering questions like what type of income you earn, okay, what your purchasing power is, okay, what your gross profit or net profit is, okay, what your return on investment is, okay, so on and so forth, what your cost of goods sold is, what your operating expenses are like, okay, so on and so forth. So that is understanding marketplace and customers. Okay, what kind of demand is there for the product that you're selling? Okay, how large is your customer database? Okay, how large is your consumer population? Okay, so on and so forth. How big is the market? All right, so that is understanding marketplace and customers. Step number two has to do with developing customer driven marketing strategy. Okay, so developing this is customer driven marketing strategy. Now, when it comes to developing customer driven marketing strategy, okay, you have a game plan in place to focus your limited resources. So you may have a budget constraint. You may have a limited amount of capital to invest in your business, to buy assets, okay, to invest in assets, to pay off liabilities, so on and so forth. Okay, to reinvest in business, okay, so on and so forth. So in that case, you will need to come up with a game plan. Okay, you will need to come up with a strategy to focus your limited resources to reach your audience, to reach your targeted customers. Okay, so if your target customers are anybody between the ages of 18 to 55, then based on how much money you have for your capital, you will need to come up with a game plan. You will need to plan your budget. Okay, so on and so forth. Okay, so there are two types of strategies. One is product based, and another one is customer based. Okay, so when it comes to product based strategies, we're talking about focusing on your product, improving your product, the aesthetics, improving the function of your product, improving um, okay, the reach of your product, okay, how far you can deliver this product, so on and so forth. Okay, this has to do with product based strategies, and the other one has to do with customer based strategy. Okay, so this has to do with developing connections, relationships, okay, using your marketing team to reach out to more people, okay, so on and so forth. So this has to do with developing customer-driven marketing strategy. Number three has to do with delivering high customer value or consumer value. And when we talk about consumer value, value is measured based on benefits and price. Okay, value is a ratio of benefits and price. Okay, and there are four different types of values. So again, this is deliver customer value, and value has to do with benefits, okay, over price. Okay, so what exactly is the marginal benefit of a product divided by how much does it cost you to buy the product or to invest in the product or to build the product, to make the product, okay, or to transport the product, okay, for example. Okay, so this has to do with benefits over price, okay, and again, there are four different types of values. Okay, you've got functional value, which has to do with how well the product performs, okay, how well it works, okay, how well does it satisfy its function, So functional value. The next one has to do with monetary value. So monetary value again has to do with financial value of the product in the market. So if the product is priced at a certain price, let's say $150, okay, then obviously the price lets you make a certain type of profit as a result of which you have a financial value of the product in the market, the monetary value. Okay, your car, okay, even after you buy your car, it has value in the market as a result of which you can resell your car. Your house, when you buy your house, it has a value in the market. Your real estate has a value in the market as a result of which you're able to resell that real estate. Okay, so this has to do with monetary value, which is also your market value. Next has to do with social value. So how does it benefit the society in general? Does it create employment? Does it create pollution? Okay, so on and so forth. Yeah. And finally, you have psychological value. So your psychological value has to do with peace of mind. It may have to do with how satisfied a customer might be just by acquiring the product. Okay. Some products do not have any functional value, but they may have a psychological value. Okay. Some services may not have a functional value, but they may have a psychological value. Okay. Some products and services may offer security, okay, which is also part of psychological value, peace of mind. Okay. So psychological value. Okay. And number four, when it comes to steps in marketing, this has to do with growing a profitable customer database. Okay, so growing your customer relations, so working on your customer relations, working or growing. This is a growing your customer relations. Growing customer relations. Okay, and finally, you have capturing value from customers. So capturing value from customers. All right. So again, growing customer relations. You're working on your customer relations. Okay? Um, you're trying to figure out who your potential customers are and how you can reach out these customers via email, via phone, via surveys, for example, so on and so forth. Okay? Obviously, a profitable business has to do with a profitable customer relation, right? The better the customer relation, the better the profit. So capturing value from your customers, this has to do with um, high equity. Okay, so customer equity. So this is customer equity. All right, it has to do with customer loyalty. Okay, so customer loyalty. So if you bump your customer loyalty up, okay, obviously you have high equity. Okay, as a result of which your consumer is going to buy this product over and over again. You'll have return customers. Okay, they will come to your place year after year just to buy the same product. Okay, so this has to do with capturing value from customers. Okay, so these are steps in marketing, and that would be it for this video. On behalf of Real Electronics, this is Obey. Have yourself a great day.